Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Samantha Hildebrandt. I am a type 1 diabetic as of February 18th, 2021. But today I actually want to do a nursery tour and show you around the baby nursery that we have created so far. So we are not done by any means. We pretty much just started getting it a little bit more organized. So I am 30 weeks pregnant this week, which is mind blowing. I'm like, how am I already at 30 weeks? Time is flying. It's funny though, because when you look back at like how long you've been pregnant, you're like, okay, it's taking forever. But when you hear, you're like, oh, you're at 30 weeks. Like that's crazy because it's coming so soon. Like baby girl will be here in 2 months or less. So it's just crazy. But I wanted to just give you a quick update of where I'm at with the nursery and show you a little sneak peek of what it's going to look like. And then as the pregnancy obviously progresses, I will show you how it's going and then the final product when it's done, of course. So let me give you a little tour. Here we go. Okay, so this is the nursery. We actually just painted this wall a couple weeks ago and I love it. So the color is called Sunset. So it's a pinkish orange mixture. I wanted the room to be girly, but not like super girly. Like I didn't want it to just be straight pink because we live in Colorado. I wanted there to be a little bit of a nature theme, but also just something pretty, you know, that's not just pink because pink is so typical girly. But anyway, this is the crib. So it's actually just from Target. Oh, I love it. I love the white and then I love the wooden, what do you call them? Wooden stool things to keep the crib up. And then obviously we kind of just laid everything in there right now because we don't have much storage room, unfortunately. So we got to figure that out. But we got all the things in here. So we just got some toys from her grandma. And then we have this Angel Care bath support for when she has to take a bath and she's not big enough obviously to sit up, so she'll do that. My mom, so other grandma, made her this, which was really, really sweet. My mom actually crocheted it herself and very sweet. So that is for baby girl when she comes. And then we'll obviously put on sheets, get rid of these pillows. Don't worry, I know that babies are not supposed to have anything in the crib when they are in there. So we will be getting rid of all of this and putting it somewhere. The other thing that we have is this. It's a Snuggle Me Organic. I actually don't know anybody that has one of these, but I've heard great things. So there you go, Snuggle Me Organic. I heard they're great. So when you're trying to do something, you can just kind of put the baby in there and they stay because obviously there's pads right there. So that's that. So I love the crib so far. It looks really good against the wall. So obviously too, we're going to move the picture and the plant because I do not want that falling on baby girl, of course. And the frame also is not up there super tight. So we're going to move that, even though it kind of goes with the color, we're going to move that. It's just too heavy. I don't want anything heavy over her in case something were to fall. Like it can't be heavy, obviously. And then we'll be getting rid of that, putting that probably just on the other side of the room, somewhere over there. I love this side. I would love to keep the plants there personally. I think it's super cute. We do still want to get a rocking chair right here of some sort. And then we'll probably get a smaller desk, like almost like, just like a half of that is kind of what we want because both of us kind of work from home. And so we want to have an option to work in here, but that desk is just too big. Like it's too big for this room to also have a chair there. So we will eventually figure that out and get a new desk so we can fit the chair and the desk there. So we'll see kind of how that goes, but that's kind of that area currently. And then this is our dresser for baby girl. So this is from Crate & Barrel, I believe. Yes, Crate & Barrel. My husband had the craziest time putting it together. He was up here for hours and it apparently is so heavy. This thing weighs like almost 400 pounds, which is insane. We're like, he put it together and he's like, okay, this isn't going to be moved. So it's just gonna stay here, which I actually don't mind that spot. So we're going to keep that there. Obviously organize it a little bit more than what is currently happening. So we are going to have the changing table up here, which is actually now currently down here. This is my cute little carrier that we have, but this is the changing table basket that we're going to put up here. And then of course, like I have these changing pad covers and crib covers. Oops. So that all needs to be organized. And then of course we have like these things that she will not need for, I don't know, a year and a half at least, or so we have those things that we need to put away. But that is kind of the room so far. We do have a bunch of cute little clothes in here already, which I still need to wash, but I have some time to do that. Obviously I need to get rid of my clothes. I need to do something with those. I'm not really sure what, but anyway, we have a ton of cute little baby girl clothes in here. I mean, this stuff is so cute. Thankfully, one of my friends actually had a bunch that she was going to donate to Goodwill. And I was like, whoa, hold up. I'll take it. So she gave it to me, which was super, super nice. So we have that in there. Currently, you know, the stroller and whatnot is hiding in the closet, but we'll take that out when she comes and when it gets closer. So this is just a bunch of junk right now. I need to organize this portion, but of course, like once again, there's books, shoes, and whatnot in here, the stuff that she won't need immediately when she's born. This is a like travel crib type of thing. So that we're actually going to put away too until we travel somewhere, which we do plan actually in the summer after she's born, going to a Colorado mountain town. And I don't know, you know, taking her somewhere in the mountains for the first time. So we'll see about that. But for now, we're going to just keep that in the box because we don't need it immediately. I did buy some drawer dividers to organize the dresser here because there's so much stuff. It's like insane. So I actually already kind of organized the first one. So I'll show you that, but I'm not going to show you anything else because it's a hot mess. But I'll show you what the dresser drawer organizers look like, which doesn't this make it look so nice? So obviously this was open before, and then these are the dresser organizers, which are super, super nice. So we put some wipes in here. So it's easy, obviously, when we're changing her just to take things. Diapers, of course. Thanks to my friend Savannah, she bought us a ton of diapers, which was so sweet. She actually made us a diaper cake, which was so cute. But I unraveled some of them to put in here. I have some pacifiers in here. And then I have some just like burp cloths, things like that over there. So that is kind of the first organization that I've done, but that's it. So I'll keep you guys updated when I actually organize the rest of it. But yeah, that is the baby room so far. The other thing I wanted to show you guys, so we have over here, we have the bassinet, which we'll keep in our room, but we're just keeping it in here obviously now because she's not here yet. She's in my tummy still. So we're going to keep that in here until she comes. And then we have this cute little rocker on top, which obviously doesn't go in there, but we're just using it as storage that she can sit in when she's born, which is really, really cute. So yeah, that is kind of the quick overview of the nursery at the moment. And then I won't be doing this video all in one day, so I'll kind of combine them so I can show you as we go. But that is the first recap of the baby nursery. Also, I've had so many people ask me what her name is going to be, and we're keeping it a secret until the day of. Some of my siblings and my parents have an idea of what it is. We've kind of already told some people, but we're keeping it a secret because you just get a lot of judgment a lot of times. And we're like, we're just gonna wait. So we might do a sign somewhere that says her name when she's born, but I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna do something cute, but I'm not announcing her name until she's born. So you're just gonna have to wait for that. Hey everyone, so it is the next day. I have been trying to get everything together and it's getting a little overwhelming. I am still 30 weeks pregnant, and I was reading this to-do list about like, oh, what week should you start planning for everything you need to do for pregnancy? And I got very overwhelmed by it because it said at 31 weeks, which is next week for me, that you should start packing your hospital bag with all the necessary items that you want in the hospital for birth, because you never really know when you're going to have to go to the hospital. Obviously, like, we hope it doesn't happen until 39 or 40 weeks, but you never know. And so they're like, at 31 weeks, make sure you have all the necessary items in a bag, just put it away, but have it all there ready to go. And so I was like, I don't have any of that stuff ready. And that is next week. 31 weeks is next week. And so while I think that is still a little early, like, I hope I'm not going to the hospital anytime before 35 weeks, I am still going to start putting my hospital bag together, just more like doing a checklist of things that I want to add to it. So this morning, I actually went to Target and just looked around about some things that I might want to add to my hospital bag. And a lot of the things that I did in Target today was go and got a lot of toiletries. So I got like, the travel like packs that you can take if you go somewhere. So that's what I did. I actually went and got like a mini deodorant, some mini shampoo and conditioner, mini face wash, mini lotion, and I'm going to just kind of throw that all in probably a bigger Ziploc baggie, so I have that just in my hospital bag. So, I mean, you never know how long you're going to be there, especially as a type 1 diabetic. Most of us will be induced, and so that tends to take a little bit longer than a natural like water break birth, and so I could be there for 48 hours, and so you want things just to like cleanse yourself while you're at the hospital. I also wanted to talk a little bit about how it's been for me lately, because I know the last pregnancy update I did was several weeks ago. And so I'm at 30 weeks, which is wild to me that I'm already here. And I am in the 3rd trimester officially. So I wanted to just give like a quick recap of my 1st trimester and 2nd trimester and how it's been going so far in the 3rd. So my 1st trimester, I was very nauseous. I did not puke, but I was nauseous all day long, which sometimes I think is like worse because like I couldn't puke, but I just felt so sick all day long. I couldn't eat a lot of things. And one thing you'd want one day, the next day you wouldn't want it. And so it was really, really hard to eat, especially once again, being a type 1 diabetic. We can't really eat everything that we want to eat necessarily, or I should just say it's really hard because we have to stay in range, a very tight range, under 140 when you're pregnant. And so, you can't just like be eating anything you want. You do need to make smarter decisions when you're pregnant. At least in my opinion, I think you should be making smarter decisions, especially since we're type 1. And so the 1st trimester was really rough for me. I was very happy to be done with the 1st trimester when it came. I literally started feeling better around week 12, week 13, but it was like a slow progression. I didn't like fully feel better. Oh gosh, I don't even really know. I should have wrote this down, but I didn't really feel better until maybe like week 15 or week 16. And then in my 2nd trimester, it was like amazing. My 2nd trimester was so great. I felt so good. I felt like I was glowing. People would tell me I was glowing, like I had that pregnancy glow. It was really, really great. And my blood sugars were also amazing in the 2nd trimester. So 1st trimester was a little rough, mostly just because I was kind of eating sporadically because I didn't feel good. But the 2nd trimester, I did feel good, and I would actually eat normal meals, and my blood sugar it was amazing. I even have told some people like, my blood sugar in the 2nd trimester was almost better than it's ever been. Like even before pregnancy, it was like treating me like just amazing. And I don't even know why, but it was. And I mean, I would wake up in the morning with like 80 blood sugar, which is like the dream for a type 1 diabetic is to wake up there, and it wouldn't drop either, which was even cooler. Like usually, you'd be like, oh no, it might be too low. I need to eat some sugar. Well, mine wouldn't drop. It would just like stay at 80. And I'm like, this is amazing. This is like the best thing ever. So I really loved being in the 2nd trimester. I really, really did. You're starting to get like a little bit bigger in the 2nd trimester. You're starting to feel like more like a pregnant woman, but you're not uncomfortable yet. So like the 2nd trimester was like a dream for me. However, I do want to mention, like I have been eating extremely healthy, I pretty much only eat I'm eating like a whole food diet right now. So I don't eat that many processed foods or anything like that. And so that of course ties into why my blood sugars were so good. It's not like I was eating pizza, because I was not. I was eating the very balanced meals that a lot of people probably dread eating, but I'm doing it for several reasons. 1, to manage my blood sugar, but then 2, for the baby too. I want her to grow, and just be healthy in there. So I'm trying not to eat like a bunch of crappy food. So I do take care of myself, and I do make smart decisions when it comes to food. So that does tie into how good my blood sugars were. But I still think that God was looking down at me and like giving me some higher power, because my blood sugars were just amazing in the 2nd trimester. But anyway, now I'm in the 3rd trimester and I'm starting to get uncomfortable. I am pretty large. I just have a big belly bump and I'm starting to get a little uncomfortable. So, you know, for example, like if I eat dinner and then lay in bed like an hour later, I get a really bad acid reflux right now. Like I just get a little burn and like a heartburn and burn in my throat from it. And it's a very common thing that happens. It's just because like the baby's pushing on your stomach and then it starts to rise, I guess, which is really gross. But that's been happening to me. And then my sleep has been pretty rough lately too. I'm waking up several times in the night. Like I'm talking like 5 to 6 times in the night. And that's for several reasons. One, because I'm either like super uncomfortable. 2, I'm getting leg cramps again. If you guys have watched my videos before, you know I've had a history of leg cramps and I'm just over them. Last year I had a ton of leg cramps. Magnesium solved that and that was amazing. I'm like big fan of magnesium. But then now that I'm pregnant, I've been getting them again and it's due to like a lack of blood flow to, because like there's so much going on in the mid area. When you're laying down, there's like a lack of blood flow to your legs. So it can cause leg cramps. And I think it's about 50% of pregnant people get leg cramps, but I'm like, of course I'm getting them. Like I have a history of leg cramps, of course. And I've been getting like 3 or 4 per night, which is once again, absolutely terrible. So I've been waking up trying to fix those. And then of course I have to pee once I get up. So I've been peeing like 4 to 5 times a night. And so my sleep has been pretty rough. So I'm hoping that gets better. I don't think it will though. I think it's only gonna get worse until sweet baby girl comes. So I still have about 10 weeks of terrible sleep, but that's okay. I will do whatever I gotta do to get this baby girl healthy, and whatever she's got to do, I'll survive for 10 more weeks. And then hopefully the leg cramps go away. I don't know though. I've been still taking like a lot of magnesium, but it's just not working this time. And I asked my doctor about it and they said, maybe try taking potassium, like eating more bananas, but I don't like bananas. So I've been trying to just like include little pieces of banana in my yogurt bowls, but I don't know, maybe I should try taking a potassium pill or something, but I don't, it's sad, but I don't like believe that will work. So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of just suffering through the pain right now. Yeah, so that's kind of how my 3rd trimester has been going. Blood sugar wise, it's been okay still. I've definitely needed more insulin. So I've added, oh goodness. Okay, so before pregnancy, I was at like 7 units of Tresiba in the morning. Now I'm at 15. So I have basically doubled my long-lasting insulin. But it's been very gradual. So it's not like it was an instant, like, oh my gosh, you know, like I need so much more insulin. It wasn't like that at all. It's just like one week I was like, wait a second, I'm waking up a little bit higher. Like, let me just add another unit of Tresiba and it works. So I'm at 15 units of Tresiba in the morning right now. And then Humalog, I've had to add a little bit of insulin, but still nothing crazy. Like to give you an example, my yogurt bowls previously, I would take like 1.5 units for my yogurt bowl. Now I'm taking, well, I'm taking 4 now. So this week I've actually noticed some insulin resistance and I added an extra unit in. So now I'm taking 4 units for my breakfast. So it's like I'm like 1 to 8 or 1 to 9 carb ratio, 1 unit for every 8 to 9 carbs. So still not terrible, but it's, once again, it's been gradual. So it hasn't been like a really bad experience for me yet. I haven't had terrible insulin resistance or anything like that. So far so good. And I actually talked to my endocrinologist about this the other day because she was like, you're doing amazing. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. And I was like really nervous that it's just going to hit me one day and it's going to get super, super bad. And she was like, no. She was like, you just, based on your history and like how good of control you are in with your blood sugar, like she's like, I cannot see you having to take that much more insulin. Like, you know, maybe I'll have to go up to 20 units of Tresiba, or maybe for my Humalog, my yogurt bowl, for example, I'll have to go up to like 6 or 7, but nothing crazy. And so I'm happy about that because I was a little nervous about it. I don't know why. It's just something like you didn't make the change. You know what I mean? Like it's like your body just changing and it's just like frustrating, but I think I'm okay right now. So that is just a quick recap of where I'm at my pregnancy right now. And I know this is supposed to be, a nursery like vlog, but I was like, I haven't given them an update. And so I wanted to do that just quickly. But I do also want to show you just some other things that I got for the baby. And so we'll do that now. Okay, so we got this baby camera from Amazon, and my sister and brother-in-law referred this brand to me because they use it and they absolutely love it. So it's a Hello Baby brand, and I actually just plugged it in. So I've never turned it on yet or anything, so I haven't tried it out, but I was like, I want to try to like mess with it and just see how it works. This is the box it came in, so I can include it below with a link. So if you want to check it out, this is the one we purchased. And like I said, I have not used it yet personally because baby girl is still in my stomach here. And so I don't know personally, but my sister and brother-in-law love it. So, and they have 3 kids. But this is what the actual camera looks like. So it's super cute, super small. I don't know where we're going to put it yet per se, but it's really, really cute. I like that it's like tiny and not huge. So as you can see, the crib is going to actually stay there. We're going to move that picture frame and obviously that plant because I do not want that over her, but maybe we can hang this up on the wall or get like a little something for it to sit on so it can look at her. I don't know. I need to ask my husband how he's going to plan on hanging that up or how that's going to work. I'm not good with that kind of thing, so that's his job. But yeah, so that's the camera that we got. So one other thing that I just learned actually is that newborns obviously like can't read, or they're still like fresh out of the womb, but they're supposed to look at black and white photos, which I did not know. I actually learned that from watching another YouTube video of a girl that just had a baby. And so I purchased this book, Hello Baby Animals, and it's all in black and white. So it's really, really good for a newborn, just for their like sensory and, they're fresh out of the womb. So it's like really good for their eyes and trying to just get adjusted to the world. So if you are interested, I can link this book too. It doesn't have to be this book specifically, but I thought it was really good. So I wanted to buy a black and white book so I can start reading to her when she's here. So I'm going to continue to do these updates as my 3rd trimester goes on. Obviously, like we've done a lot of it, but also not a lot. And so I need to organize, and I will show you what it looks like when it's like complete totally, because it's a hot mess in here and I really need to organize, but I can't think about it too much because it just gives me anxiety. But I promise I'll keep you updated with the nursery and just how my pregnancy is going and type 1 and all of the things. So I appreciate you tuning in to this week's video. I know it's a little bit different than a typical video that I do, less about type 1 and more about the baby girl. So if you're interested in things like this, let me know. If you'd rather me talk about type 1 only, let me know that too. But I appreciate you all for being here, and thank you so much. I will see you next week in the next episode. Bye.